Yep, I got it. Do you, so I wasn't able to get the David Byrne song. I couldn't like find like just the audio joint of that one. But I got everything else.
Okay.
What did you do? Which one did you want to start with?
What you got?
Let me see. They got it. So I do have the Richie Havens, Bobby McFerrin. How do I? That's what I need to do. Hold
on. Richie Havens. Then we can go into the yeah.
Okay.
Maybe Richie Havens first.
All right, got you.
Then I guess somebody's gonna ask about it, and I can give a little bit more something on that.
All right, I can definitely do that. And I do have both of the songs by The Call.
Say again?
I said I do have both of the songs by The Call.
Okay.
I believe. Why am I not seeing it in here?
Let the day begin.
I bet you I got that one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought I had the other one too. I'm not seeing it. I'll make sure I'll find it.
I tell you what, start with Bobby McFerrin.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I got one more, and then I'm gonna come in with the intro.
Okay.
And then we can go from there. 5. What up, though, Vo?
Talking Heads. You can't find that one, can you?
I can't.
Probably.
Let me see how much time I got. Okay. Hold on. And that was Rainbow on the Ground by Creative Source. Like I said, you already know how I feel about samples and what producers do with them. This is Shorty on Lookout, little brother. Does it sound like that? By the quarter 6. Fresh Sense, Bubble Goose, all in the mix. Yeah, niggas know my steeds and how crazy I get. That shit look great. Damn, he always late.
Did you have Living Color?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got Cultural Personality.
Okay.
You said they. I'm sorry. Bob Dylan fan, right? I'm trying to be a player like wrong, get wrong. Shit like Sharon Stone. I guess that's a nice walking in his shoes. It's mid-December right here. 70 degrees and the skies are clear. Feels so good like Divine in here. Shooting stars and the stripes mean anything's near. I got a crib to clear. I was part of your mom to the break of dawn, to the break of dawn. Papa Bus.
Hmm?
Papa Bus.
Papa-
That's what I'm gonna introduce you as.
Oh, okay. Did you tell me how you got the nickname?
Actually, I haven't explained that on the show.
Why don't you tell them?
Okay, I haven't done it on this one. Huh? Okay.
Yeah, I thought about that. Yeah.
Missy Yance, right? Probably.
Because you know Sophia listened to you.
That's what I'm saying. It was one day. Dante, Valentine, and Sophia. They were all listening.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what I know. She had that look.
When I told you I was coming on, the eyes got big.
Yeah, because that's something I know she heard the morning show.
No, okay.
Just co-sign.
Okay, what?
Say Lizzie, it's about to blow your mind, baby. Time not. What is that? The crime, baby. Just look around. See the windows. I'm about to tell it.
Huh?
No, G just hit me talking about there's a story behind the nickname.
Mm-hmm.
Keep me laying on the string. Baby, for you, I'd do anything to make up your mind and decide what you feel. Why do you? Just feel what you feel. Why do you keep me? Baby, for you, I'll do anything. And that was Shorty on the Lookout by Little Brother. Once again, very, very, very dope sample by Ninth Wonder with that original joint by Creative Source. And that, like I said, I just love the way that producers just kind of take those pieces and make a whole nother song with it, man. Like, it's really, really dope. So I hope y'all enjoyed that the same way that I enjoyed that. So once again, this is the Bus Stop. I am your host, the bus driver. And once, like I said, we had to gas up the bus, premium petrol only. Take a trip up to Detroit. And I have a very, very special guest co-host. I don't know what we want to call it today. My pops, Papa Bus. So what up, though, Dad?
Hey, man, how you?
I'm good. How you feeling?
Well, I'm feeling really good. It's just wonderful to be in this place. It's almost as if my dreams have come through you.
That's what's up.
And just glad that you're doing this. I know you're gonna tell me how you got your nickname and everything.
Yeah, I'm definitely about to get into that. Yeah, like I said, this is something special for me. Once again, if y'all listen to my time, and if y'all been listening to my show, y'all know I am somewhat of an emotional person. damn, and I didn't think this was gonna happen. I'm on a radio show with my dad right now. Um, and like being on the radio and being able to do these dope ass interviews and to be able to play this music for y'all um, is a huge deal for me. So to be able to kind of live my dream every day, and not only that, but to be on the radio with the person that kind of influenced my musical taste. You know what I'm saying? Not only my musical taste, but like who I am as a person. Um, damn. I didn't think that was gonna happen. So yeah, like this is
That's all right.
this is a dream come true. So you know what I'm saying. I appreciate y'all being on this bus and taking this ride with me. So yeah, let me get myself together real quick. Excuse me. And I am gonna tell the story of how I got my nickname. And that started with my Uncle Ruben. Rest in peace, Uncle Ruben. He passed in 2020 from COVID. But he had a nickname for everybody. Like anybody that he came in contact with, you know what I'm saying, they had their own nickname. Whether it's his wife, his kids, you know what I'm saying, his friends, whoever. So my oldest brother is the professor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's first out, he's definitely the brain. My second brother is Slick. And you know what I'm saying, if you know Slim, you understand why Uncle Ruben called him Slick. He gave me the name Bus Driver, and my sister, shout out to Yuli, is Dirty Look. So I got the name Bus Driver because I was told, the way it was explained to me, that I had a big ass forehead as a kid. So my Uncle Ruben said it looked like the front of a double-decker bus, and I looked like I would drive somebody's bus. So that's how I got the nickname Bus Driver. And understand a lot of things, and if y'all know me, a lot of things that I love in life, I kind of learned being over at Uncle Ruben's house. And if y'all know me, y'all know. But yeah, like with that, with him saying I was gonna drive somebody's bus, I think it was more prophetic than he kind of realized, because that's exactly what I'm doing right now. If once again, if y'all been following me, if y'all know, what I'm saying, kind of everything that's been going on, what I've been doing. I'm driving this bus. Between these shows, being on the radio. Shout out to G. Shout out to everybody on the station. Shout out to Triller. You know what I'm saying? Disability Gang. Between being on the radio and doing these variety shows, man. Like this is the bus that I've been wanting to drive for a long time. So shout out to Uncle Ruben, man. You knew what you were talking about. You definitely knew what you were talking about. So, but yeah, we're gonna get back to it. Once again, we got Papa Bus in the building. Like I said, it was definitely a long ride. How was your trip now?
Very good, very good. Flew down and down to Virginia Union for a minute, here for a conference, and also to see my family and be on your show today.
That's what's
Just
up.
excited about that.
And real quick, shout out to Virginia Union for the VU Panthers winning that CIAA championship. I know I mentioned that yesterday, but I gotta say it one more time. Shout out to the Virginia Union Panthers for winning that CIAA championship, beating Fayetteville State 21-10. The boys gonna keep moving. So shout out to them. But what I want to get into, and this is why I'm so glad that you're here, it's music, man. Like a lot of like I said at the beginning, a lot of what I love in music, but like between you and Mom, like what I'm saying, y'all definitely exposed us to a lot of things growing up. And that kind of helped shape not only my musical taste, but like kind of me as a person. Your musical range or your musical taste ranges. And we about to actually get into one of your songs now. Actually, let's go ahead with that. So, if you want to kind of give me a little bit of background on this one.
Well, this is that should be the Bobby McFerrin,
Mm-hmm.
and I picked up a compilation at one time, and this was in the '80s,
Mm-hmm.
and I picked it up. I wanted to just play something, and I saw that Bobby McFerrin was there, and I love this song. For those who don't know Bobby McFerrin, years ago he did a song, Don't Worry, Be Happy,
Mm-hmm.
which was not his best work.
Not at all. Nowhere close to it.
In fact,
Nowhere
I think
close.
he hated this particular song. But here you hear a brother whose father was a musician. He was an opera singer, Robert McFerrin. But Bobby does something that I have never seen before. He has no instruments except his voice and his body.
Mm-hmm.
So this song for me is just really great.
All right, so this is Thinking About Your Body, Bobby McFerrin. This is the bus stop on Big Time Radio.
You all right? That's okay.
Which you want to go next?
Let's do Let the Day Begin. What's the other one? You got the second one. The Walls Come Down.
Yeah.
Let's do that one next.
Okay. And I'm gonna hit you with two of mine.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was Thinking About Your Body, Bobby McFerrin. Like that's I appreciate, like, it's the creative genius behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, not only to be able to sing, but to have your voice as the only instrument. You know what I'm saying, on your songs. Like, it's amazing. And like you said, like, Don't Worry, Be Happy was definitely not one of his best songs. It's been, I can't remember what album that was, but, like, you know, He Runs All the Way. I can't remember the name of the album. I'm gonna have to look that up. But yeah, Bobby McFerrin is definitely one of those artists that he's not talked about enough. You know what I'm saying? And the man is a genius.
That's the challenge. That, you know, a lot of history, a lot of great musical history is not talked about, and I appreciate that you did the original songs and then do the samples. One brother was saying on YouTube, he was saying that when you stop talking about folks or start blocking them on YouTube, then people stop talking about them.
Yep.
And when they stop talking about it, they begin to fade. He was talking about Jimi Hendrix, where they won't let them play his songs.
Really?
So no, they're not letting. They're doing a lot of blocking, especially on some things. Now he's on there, but on certain artists, certain people they won't let use Jimmy's songs. So a lot of people have no idea who Jimi Hendrix is.
And that is the unfortunate part, because I know we were talking about him earlier. I mean, the man he was a genius. You know, like,
Absolutely.
and I think that his rendition of the Star Spangled Banner And I know like you have a lot of singers that have done their thing.
Right.
The fact he used the feedback from the amp the way he
Yep.
did, and I can only imagine. What's the I can't even say disease. We was talking about earlier. how
He's
people-
able to. He was when he played. He was able to. His music was colors.
Yeah. So
When you
it's
play- yeah,
and I,
music
that's
was
why
colors.
I can only imagine
Yeah,
like
yeah.
with even that moment of getting that feedback back from the amp, like
Right.
what that looked like. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And I think that's what's so kind of even knowing that little bit of information. Like I can only imagine what was going through his mind.
Oh,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like you sitting there playing and you can see the colors of what you're
Right.
playing. Like
Right.
and we already know what he did. You know the man was a genius. So I can only imagine what that was like in his head, man. Definitely that. So let me see what else we got coming up. So your next song, The Walls Came Down by The Call. How did you discover that one?
I heard it when it originally came out.
Okay.
This is again 1980.
Alright.
MTV was really big. MTV was playing videos and not the
that
stuff
was-
they're playing now.
That was definitely a long time ago. That's
Yeah,
how we
very,
know.
very long time ago. And I'd hear it on the radio. And for whatever reason, fairly recently, I wanted to hear it again. And I began looking for it, found it. And what I wound up doing is listening to the words.
Mhm.
And this song, along with a couple others, very, very prophetic, if you will.
Gotcha.
This is almost 40 years ago.
Mm.
And if you listen to it now, you'll see the connection. There's
it
another
still-
song we'll do
it
a little
still
later on.
resonates.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, all right. So this is The Walls Came Down by The Call. It's all good, G. So yeah, I'm gonna get. They're gonna talk about me tomorrow.
But,
About me being emotional because I be talking junk to G about him because he told the story about him setting his mom's car on fire when he was a kid.
oh, wow.
Yeah, and then was telling the story the other day. He was trying to fry a turkey and almost set his house on fire. So I'm like, yeah, this dude just needs to stay away from fire. Like that's all it is. He said he's gonna give me tomorrow. That's all good. I'm ready for it. So yeah, so that's the thing. So like that mic on, like I said, everything, even when we're not on air, it's still live streamed.
Okay.
So everybody
Okay.
can see, hear everything. But that's the only thing like on YouTube. So like you can't hear like the music when we're playing it, but like I said, like the conversation and stuff, everybody can hear.
Okay.
So we'll go to commercial after this one. About that time. You can ask me about any of this stuff if you want to. Say
You can ask me about some of this if you want to. Music.
okay. Because that's what I'm saying. Like I always want to know kind of
Mm-hmm.
how you discover stuff like this. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, we gonna get into that. Definitely that. Because I know you said you heard this. Okay, all right. Hmm. And that was The Walls Came Down by The Call. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a quick little gas up break. If y'all know premium petrol only. So yeah, we're gonna take a quick commercial break and come right back. This is the bus stop, Big Time Radio.
Yeah, that song. Yeah, I'll tell you more about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm too young for that.
And welcome back, y'all. This is the bus stop. I am once again your host, Bus Driver. And I'm still in the studio with my special guest, Papa Bus. So the last song that we played, "The Walls Came Down." I know you said you kind of wanted to kind of I guess talk about that one a little bit more. Like how did you kind of once again like I know like your musical taste is very diverse. Like how did you get into like rock music and all of like
Oh wow.
all of that like because I kind of feel like I mean of course for most people I don't know how it was like for you growing up but I do kind of feel like a lot of people like if I listen to rock music like you know it's not necessarily like the typical like black thing so
Right,
was it
right.
kind of like that like with y'all growing up and then yeah like once again like how did you kind of get into some of these bands.
Well, one of the things is that I grew up I was in the 1960s.
Mm.
We heard everything on radio. We listened to black and white radio.
Mm.
I grew up partially in Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi. And so we had black radio stations and what we call the white radio stations. And around that time, the Beatles became real popular. And so we had the Ed Sullivan Show. We saw all kinds of people. And so we were able to listen to blues and rock and classical music.
Gotcha.
Your grandmother allowed us to play.
What up, Dale?
We played everything, everything in the house, from classical music to church music to rock music to whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so music was always a part of our life. And so for me, being the odd kid, because I think, I integrated a school in Jackson called Chastain.
Mm-hmm.
And so I heard a lot of the music they were they were listening to. And so I just picked up music, period. And so I listened to a lot of rock music, yes.
Mm-hmm.
what most people don't know is that rock music started with black people.
Yep, absolutely.
You know, and that's
Say it
the
again.
killer. That when Mick Jagger, Rolling Stones, Eric Clapton, and others
Muddy
were playing
Waters.
music, they were playing our music,
Uh-huh.
blues and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of what you see on the guitar, like I'm a big Who fan. And for some people, they're going to say, who is the Who? That's one of the greatest rock groups ever.
And if y'all watch CSI, then y'all know the Who.
Exactly. You watch them, you heard their songs on commercials.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, you start listening, and there's some good things that come through there. The rock opera Tommy.
Yep, that is a great one.
When I was at Virginia Union, I was president of student government. I brought that movie to the campus.
Okay, and see, and that's the thing. That's why I'm glad that you're here. And once again, with y'all listening, and riding with us. This is why I like music. I'm sorry, the reason why I love music the way that I do, because Tommy was an excellent. That was an excellent musical.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
that's another thing. Thank you. And I get the chance to say this in person on the radio. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because, like I said, being able to appreciate like a musical like Tommy, that is a reflection, and even like how you just saying like Grandma would play kind of some of everything in the house.
Right.
Y'all did the same thing for us, and I understand, and this is why I try to, I guess, like the music that I love, I do my best to share with other people, because I understand what music does, and like that diverse taste, and being willing to kind of listen to other stuff, what it does in other areas of your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I kind of course, you know, growing up, we had, you know, went to different restaurants, you know, kind of tried different types of food, but I understood, like, with music, well, damn, if I like this type of music, well, let me try this food, because that could be good too. You know what I'm saying? And it just expanded, like, what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I understand now more than anything how valuable that is.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been able to be in a couple different places around a couple, you know, just different situations, and I feel like the common factor is always music.
Right.
And to be able to kind of draw from a vast knowledge of music, it's a beautiful thing.
It is. Your Aunt Karen, who's a doctor,
Mm-hmm.
and she was telling me that she went to interview at a hospital,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't talk about medicine at all. All they talked about was music,
Mm-hmm.
and so she was able to talk to them and so forth. But I think it's important, especially for us, to be open.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
There was a group called Thin Lizzy, a guy named Phil Lynott, who was the leader of the group. He was a black Irishman. The Boys Are Back in Town.
Really?
He's a black guy.
I didn't know that.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Now, to be sure, there's another group called the Bus Boys.
Uh-huh.
They had their song, The Boys Are Back in Town, as well. But the song I love that they do is There Goes the Neighborhood, about gentrification.
Okay.
And that's 40 years ago. But anyway, one of the things that appealed to me with rock was, again, the guitars, the drums, I mean, just the whole thing there, you know. And a lot of the lyrics were much heavier than people thought.
Very true.
Paul McCartney just recently said that the song Blackbird was about a black woman in the South. Okay, and that was protest music.
Uh-huh.
That was music that we listened to, that we sang, and when your uncle and I, when junior high school, not middle school, we were listening to this kind of music. And so, not Uncle Reuben, Uncle Chucky.
Okay.
We were listening
Shout out Uncle
to this kind of music, and so it was cool. We had a great radio station, CKLW, that broadcast around the country. It was a great Big 8, CKLW, and they played everything. And even here in Richmond, I'm gonna just say this: when I was in Richmond, they had a station called WGOE. They played everything as well. They played one group that most people may not remember is the Average White Band.
Uh-huh.
The first time I heard them, this first time they played it, they said, this is a group from Scotland.
Really?
And they could have called themselves the Soul Brothers, but they called themselves the Average White Band.
Wow.
And for us, it was like we couldn't believe that was a white group.
Yeah, because it was funky. Like it was too funky for white people. Like you didn't, especially at that time, you didn't expect that. You know.
Right. And I just saw them last year in Detroit. But you know, the music the music industry, and I think the music in particular, can cross boundaries.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what some folks are missing. You gotta cross boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta do it because again, there's some great music in all genres, and then there's some lousy music in all genres.
Yeah,
but the great music, you pick up very, very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true. So I do want to hit y'all with this one because you were kind of talking about, I guess, protest music a little bit.
Yeah.
So this is a song I discovered. I can't say I discovered. Let me tell you how I got the story, or the story about how I found it. So my sister-in-law was dating this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And this dude was like, yo, my cousin makes music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, check my boy out. Like, he's really, really dope. I'm like, all right. I listened to the song one time, and then I listened to it maybe like 4 or 5 times, like, in a row after that. So this was made in around 2019, when the protests were happening in Richmond. So, you know, that's when, you know, the Lee Monument was spray painted and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to have to send y'all going to have to check out this video. I'm going to have to put a link in here somewhere because I feel like the video was amazing. Shot in downtown Richmond, but it's like you're getting, like, all the good angles of kind of what was going on. So, I'm going to hit y'all with this one real quick. This is one of my favorites. This is Black AF by Indigo Vaughn featuring Jesus Shuttlesworth. Oh, I can get that. There we go.
Which one do next?
I'm gonna play one more, and I'm gonna swing it back to you on your song, your next song.
Okay. Cause we got what, another 2 hours?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can grab a couple more songs if you need to.
Okay. And what else you want to know?
And if you ever, I mean, you don't have to stay the whole time if you don't want to either. Just so you know.
I want to stay for a while.
Okay. Like. Where I want to go next.
Well, I say till what, about 7?
Okay, that'll work.
I can say 7.
That's fine.
You say you got the Everyday Sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
You played it already.
I mean, even if I did, that was like a couple weeks ago.
You want to play them again?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
I'm like I said, I'm gonna do one more after this, and I'm gonna kick it back. We do you want to do Everyday Sunshine and
You can do Won't Get Fooled again.
okay.
And then we had you want to? I guess with my last one would be Cult Personality.
Got you. Okay.
Okay. Can I do 4 more? What? Do 4 altogether?
I mean, you got every minute you want to.
Okay. Well, this show now. We can't do. We don't have any. Well, whatever you want to ask me, just do that.
Okay.
You know, and I'll give you some more information about the music and so forth.
All right. I got you.
Okay.
Oh, I got you. Yep. I got a couple of them.
Okay.
Like some IPs.
Cause you turn folks on to Everybody's Coming to My House. That was filmed in Cheryl's house.
Yeah, I did see that video.
Yeah, you saw Sophie in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the official version. That's the official video for that song.
Okay.
And I got a chance to meet him, David Byrne.
That's pretty dope. That is really dope.
And nice guy. And I got a chance to do liner notes for an album.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. So I'm gonna rock this one. I'm gonna make sure we get into that.
Okay.
I'm glad. And that was Black AF, Indigo Vaughn featuring Jesus Shuttlesworth. Excuse me. Like I said, with that joint, it was the timing of it, man. Like it was written, like I said, 2019. during the riots and everything going on in Richmond. For me, especially that second verse, it kind of encompasses kind of everything that was going on at that time. Which I think, what I'm saying, once again, shout out to Indigo Vine, shout out to Jesus Shuttlesworth. Y'all definitely did y'all thing on that one. So I'm gonna actually play another one of my favorite joints, and I know y'all hear that a lot, and y'all gonna continue to hear that a lot. But this kind of shows like the diversity, I guess, like in my musical taste. And once again, thank you for that, because I kind of like, I know y'all had a whole lot to do with that. And this song I discovered after, I'm sorry, really I kind of got on Tenacious D playing Guitar Hero. So it was a song called The Metal. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know who Tenacious D is, Jack Black and Kyle Gass. Jack Black, the actor. So, and kind of like hearing that song, I guess I kind of had to dive a little bit more, into their catalog. So, this is one of my favorite joints. This is Tribute by Tenacious D. You said you wanted to go. I'm sorry, what song you want to go next? Which one did you want to do next?
Won't Get Fooled Again.
Sure.
Yeah, you would like Frank Zappa then.
Okay. All right.
You'd like Frank Zappa.
Okay. Just so happened to be the best song in the world. It was the best song in the world. 1 and 1 made 2, 2 and 1 made 3. It was destiny.
Can you pull up Yusu Nador?
You have to spell it.
YOUSSOU.
And the beats was the. You said why?
YOUSSOU. There you go. That's the first one.
We are but men.
Scroll down. I hated that song. Boy Oh Boy.
You said boy oh boy, that's the name of it?
Yeah, just put boy, yeah. BOY. Yep, that one, the first one.
Remember the greatest song in the world. Is that Oh Boy?
The first one.
Okay.
Yep.
The greatest song in the world. Alright.
I'm going to talk about that for a second with you guys.
Alright. I think we found it right, yep.
Yep.
This is just a tribute. You gotta believe it. And I wish you were there. It's just a matter of the pain.
Yeah, you'd like Frank Zappa. Yeah, you'd like Frank Zappa. Yeah, a lot.
Alright. Alright. That was Tenacious D tribute. Um, yeah, that's one of my favorite joints. Like I really like. I didn't expect Jack Black to have the talent that he has, and you know what I'm saying, to be able to sing like that. But that's it's a dope song, man, and they're an incredibly dope group. Excuse me. So yeah, that was tribute by Tenacious D. Hope y'all enjoyed that. That's once again is a tribute to like my diversity in musical taste, I guess. Like how I can go from rap to rock to jazz to you know what I'm saying, to almost anything. And once again, that comes from, like, I remember it was mornings, going to school, like, you would wake us up to, it might be classical music, it might be, Fela Kuti or something like that, at breakfast on the way to school, it might be the Beatles, or you might, and I think also it was the fact that you all were willing to listen to what we were listening to. Mm-hmm. Like, you all kind of wanted to know, what it is that we were into. So it's always kind of, and I think that's kind of what the feeling is for me, on the show. It's kind of like, I get a chance to let you hear what I'm hearing, and I think that's a big deal for me, because like I'm under the, I guess, philosophy that music reflects, like your musical taste reflects personality.
It does.
So it's kind of like that's one question I do ask a lot of people. It's like, what since we're here, give me, let's say 5. And it can be artists. When I say artists, it can be poets, painters, singers, rappers.
Okay.
5 artists that describe your personality.
Oh wow, Joseph Boulonge, Chevalier de Saint George.
Okay.
We just saw the movie. It was out. It was nice,
Okay.
but it was alright. The Who.
Okay.
Taj Mahal. Great blues singer. My uncle Arthur introduced me to him.
Okay.
Who else? That's what 3.
Mm-hmm.
Talking Heads.
Okay.
And musically, art wise, Salvador Dali.
Okay. And see, and if you, and I hope y'all were listening, because it wasn't. I think that's what's so dope. It's like, I feel like a lot of people haven't heard of these groups, or or haven't heard of a lot of these artists.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
So it's like it's outside the box.
Right.
And once again, so my friends that are listening, my the passengers that are listening, I hope y'all have a better idea of why I am the way that I am. And y'all can, what I'm saying, y'all see the original right now. So shout out to you definitely on that one. All right, so concerts. Like, I know you've had the chance to see. I know you said you just went to a concert last year. And over the years you've had a chance to see some of like your favorite artists in concert. I'm sure. What was one of your favorite concerts?
Prince.
Okay.
When I saw Prince, 84, and I've seen him since. I saw him since then.
Mm-hmm.
Prince gave an absolutely awesome concert. And of course, he closed with Purple Rain.
Okay.
And so that became almost like a religious experience. And his cousin, the time,
Morris Day.
thank you, Morris Day. Morris Day, the time. The other concerts I've seen, a guy named Brian Ferry of Roxy Music. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Definitely one of my favorites.
God, I was listening not to Avalon, Sentimental Fool. I was listening to that a couple days ago.
Yeah.
See, once again, people, this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like, music, yes.
Brian Ferry, and I've seen The Who twice.
Okay.
And then there have been other concerts. There was one we just saw recently. One of your aunts, no, not one, but 3 of your aunt's former students played. A young lady by the name of India.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't think of the people's names now. But they were down there at the Fox Theater, and not the Fox, but the Orchestra Hall in Detroit, and they blew the place away. That was jazz.
Okay.
That was jazz.
Shout out to Auntie Cheryl. Shout out to DSA. Shout out to DPS. We still out here doing big things, just so y'all know.
And for those who don't know, that's a school in Detroit, School of the Fine and Performing Arts.
Shout out to them.
And
shout out to Class 03.
The young lady India that I saw who played bass was told by Wynton Marsalis when she graduated college, come see her. And she did. And she did. But but in our family and in my life, there was one particular artist that had a tremendous impact in my life.
Mm.
His name is Keith Jarrett.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And I named one of our sons
Huh.
after him.
Yeah, I gotta find that too. I gotta find that. I definitely gotta find that. The Mark
And
of Fame Part 4.
there's a little story behind that. I was, long before I met your mother, I was dating a young lady here in Richmond.
Mm.
And she turned me on to the cologne.
Sure she did.
Concept. Well, that too. Okay. See, about to
You
get
went
me
right
in
into that one. I'm sorry.
trouble.
Go
About
ahead.
to get me in trouble. But that Cologne concert is a solo concert,
Mm.
and he is known to not have any music before him. And the first piece he did, he improvised it,
Mm.
and it was the piece that he had was taken from the bell in the place
Mm.
that told people to go back to their seats.
Oh wow.
And so he took those few notes and created a section of the Cologne concert.
That's crazy.
So I mean, it's a great piece, and you really got to listen to it. But again, musically, we go everywhere, and I think it's again, as you said about food, it's important that we get beyond the limits that we've created for ourselves.
Absolutely.
I'm here in Richmond, and I'm seeing the food boom, the market here boom, restaurants all over. You can eat your way around the world here,
And not have to leave the city. Like
and not leave the city. And that's the same thing with music. For me, and I'll share this one. When I got a chance to be an election observer for the South African election in 1994.
So in case y'all don't know, that was the first election in South Africa. My daddy was there for that.
I was there for that.
Yeah, and I remember that whole time.
First multiracial election, and I began listening to African music. Y'all would get in the car, and I remember one time y'all said, "Oh, there he goes again with that African music." But we started playing, and the album, if you really want to start getting into the old African music, is Paul Simon's Graceland.
Yep, that is an excellent album.
Excellent
album.
That door opened a lot of music, so started listening there, and then there were quite a few other artists I began listening to, and then I discovered Youssou N'Dour.
Okay.
And what happens for those who are listening to music outside of your culture? Do that, please. But you start understanding a little bit who they are. And started listening to Youssou N'Dour, and I wound up going to Senegal. That's where he's from.
Okay. So you kind of a little bit prepared, like
I
kind
got
of
ready.
going there.
Yes. And I heard him through Peter Gabriel.
Okay.
And Peter Gabriel has a wonderful song called Biko.
About Stephen Biko.
That is the one song that gets me. That one gets me, because I was here in Richmond when the brother died in 1977.
Gotcha.
I know the story. But anyway, the song was "In Your Eyes" that he did. You know the song.
Yes, I do.
Where at the very end, the obligato that he does,
Mm.
that's Youssou N'Dour. And I've seen him in concert.
Okay.
Great guy. Great
So
guy.
we're gonna hit y'all with this joint next. And this is "Oh Boy" by Youssou N'Dour. This is the Bus Stop Big Time Radio. Let's see. right. If I have a good, I guess, segue for this next song.
Okay. That's Wale?
Yep. And cause K9, this song is old, but when they had the FIFA World Cup in South Africa a couple years ago, he was the musical ambassador for the World Cup.
Okay, okay.
So it's kind of like, you know, that's why
Yeah.
I like the transition right here.
Mm-hmm. You don't always have to understand the words.
Mm-hmm. It's just to know what's going on.
Yeah. He does, he sings in Wolof, English, and French.
Okay.
Not as much English, but he does. That's Wolof, the language of Senegal.
I wish I could remember what. It was a CD I borrowed from you in high school.
It was Dave Matthews with "Don't Drink the Water" on it. You did your dance at Gas Tech.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Cause oh man.
Yeah, that was
I
Dave
remember
Matthews.
that. Okay.
Yeah. Because you had to do a dance piece.
And because the thing was, it was something that we kind of put together because neither one of us wanted to be in a class.
Right.
And we kind of half-assed it for real,
Right,
but
right.
and we ended up having to perform it.
Right.
Oh gosh, this is yeah. Might have somebody calling in. I don't know.
What did they say?
It's just they're talking about like how much they love in the show right now. Thank y'all so much. Huh. Yeah.
They like what they hear?
They're loving this right now. No, I don't. Ebony, no, I do not. She asked me if I remember any of the dance moves from
She said, what now?
if I remember any of the dance moves from high school. And that was oh boy, Youssou N'Dour. And once again, like that's we were just saying off air, how you don't necessarily have to know what people are saying to understand like what's going on. I understand like the vibe of the music, and I think that's the beauty of music. Like, you know, it can be in almost any language, but it's still going to translate some kind of way. Like if it's supposed to resonate with you, and it's supposed to hit you where it's supposed to hit you, it's definitely going to happen. And that's one thing. I mean, I've come to appreciate about music, and that's why in artists in general, you know what I'm saying? Like that's part of the reason why I'm here doing the show. Is like I understand what art and like what it does for people. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand I'm not gonna say people. I know what it does for me, and I understand the importance of that, and that's why it's like, I want to make sure I can talk to every artist that I can to understand why they do what they do. Because I feel like art for so many people is really saved their lives. Like literally, you know what I'm saying, has gotten people off the edge of a cliff or whatever.
Right.
Who are the people that are making this music? You know what I'm saying? Who are the people that are making these poems, or, you know what I'm saying, painting these paintings? Like, I feel like it's incredibly important, like to kind of shine a light on people that are making the world a better place, essentially. You know,
it is.
So shout out to artists on that. So with this little, I guess a little segue for me. We still sticking with African artists. And this song I heard a few years ago. This is TV and the Radio. Wale featuring K9, and K9 couple years ago during the World Cup in South Africa. He was actually the musical ambassador for like the entire event. So shout out to him for that. Like you don't really hear about too many hip hop artists doing stuff like that, and not only hip hop artists, but African hip hop artists. So I think that's really dope in itself. So y'all just go ahead and check this joint out. This is TV and the Radio. Wale K9. Ooh. She said Sanctuary? I don't wear no tempo. I need tempo. I'm popping champagne, drinking till I'm jumping out the window. Get the auto-tune going, but they auto-tune in, so not audible. So I'm listening to these rappers. Everyone is so original that we be criminals. Why can't
You know, there's a group called TV on the Radio. There's a group called that.
Okay.
Black group. Black led rock group.
Which is probably
TV
where
on the
they
Radio.
got. And I'm pretty sure this is a sample from something. But I still be on the yard with a Philly of that Molly from the city to Philly. Women willing to menage, so I put them on pause. So she really involved. Everybody on me.
So there are no turntables, no CDs, just everything's. Yeah.
I mean, of course you can. You know, you can still use turntables and all of that, but like, it's, you don't. Cause like I can do like auto DJ if I wanted to. It's just like I go off of kind of whatever I'm feeling at the time. Like so it's like of course I have a bunch of music. It's just kind of pick and choose. But yeah, it's pretty easy nowadays for real.
Do you need to take an ad break?
Yeah, I'm about to.
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right, I got you. The rappers they can eat bread. You might regret. I guess they didn't get the memo or they leaflet. You would be led, and if you had more street cred, then you'd be dead. Fucking with my people, well, that's called the heathledge. I bring them in, wow. And don't cross me, cause my friend, I know Jesus. I don't turn to such our blood like leeches. Sparking heaters, give your ass privileges with parking meters. Of course not, I'm big like horse nut. Under pressure, I don't sweat like my Porsche. I'm from the 10 shots where mishaps get big fast by quick clacks and big brass. And in fact, they think rap's soft. Now I'm off. And that was TV and the Radio, Wale K9. So what we're gonna do is once again, it's about that time. Go ahead and gas up this bus real quick. Premium petrol only. So we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break and we will be right back. This is the bus stop on Big Time Radio.
Your on-air signs on?
Oh no, I didn't turn that thing. I don't even know the remote is for that for real.
Oh, okay.
And we are back, y'all. I appreciate y'all ride with me. Hopefully, y'all are enjoying this ride on the bus. Yeah, man, this has been a good show so far. I've definitely been enjoying myself. I was definitely a little bit more emotional than I expected today, but
Well, that's
you know,
all right.
it's all
That's
good.
all right.
I'm definitely enjoying this, man. Like I said, like, I don't feel like too many people get to do something that they love, like, you know, with somebody that they love. So you know, what I'm saying, like, this is a really really dope dope experience.
Yeah.
So all right, so your next joint. And this is another one that, of course, that you played for us growing up. She Sells Sanctuary by The Cult. So with that song, how did you come across this group?
Again, on the radio.
Okay.
FM radio. I used to listen to Rod, WRIF, and a few other stations in Detroit. And this song just caught me.
Okay.
There was something about it that I liked, and you'll hear it. But it was just a great song. And then, by the way, I still listen to it on a regular basis.
Okay. So it's one of those songs. All right.
Yeah, it's one of those songs, right?
Okay.
It's one of those songs.
So we're gonna hit y'all with this joint. This is She Sells Sanctuary by The Cult. Oh, I gotta ask that question too. G wants to know what's your opinion on music now, like the music
My
that's
opinion
out
on music now?
nowadays. Yeah. So
Okay.
that's it. Yeah. So that would be after this one.
Okay. This is my pump up song.
Okay. That's not too loud, is it?
Nah.
Okay.
That one in Back in the Saddle Again by Aerosmith.
Okay.
I love that one too. The bass is awesome. On YouTube, they got some folks who first time they heard this song.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the first time you heard it, but they're like,
And it's like, it was one, I think, one Jill Scott song, like, it did dude straight teared up, like, listening to it. Because it's
Okay.
like, it was just like the, what is it, Lizelle and E flat. That he loves me especially, like that song. And he was like, you know, it was just the way that she was kind of like the phrasing and everything. And it was,
Right.
but it was just kind of like being able to see that reaction. It was incredibly dope. Like, cause it's like, I love being able to introduce people to new music. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's kind of seeing the reaction of, oh, well, damn, like, where has this been this whole time? You know,
Right.
I love that. God, I love that.
I think a lot of, you got the pre-cooked music, and then you got the music that's organic.
Yep. And like I said, you can definitely tell. We're gonna let me stop because we're gonna get into
We'll talk
it.
about it.
Yeah,
We'll
talk
talk
into
about
it.
Now, this song has a word that you know well. What's the word?
I haven't heard it yet.
Now, this song. What's the name of the song?
Oh, she sells sanctuary. Shit.
Where do I work?
Huh?
Where do I work?
In a church?
Huh? Which one?
Oh, it's sanctuary. Well played. Oh boy. Yep.
Sanctuary. But that word was important to me to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of folks, again, some of your listeners first time here, it's not really the first time they heard it. So Flo Rida did a song, and he took a piece of that.
Really?
Uh-huh. Flo Rida did it.
How much time do I have?
I could do a whole show on protest songs, message songs. Yeah.
I know. I got you, G. He said I know better than to carry on all these good on-air comments off air.
Say what now?
I said, he said I know better than to carrying on all these good on-air comments off air. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's what
yeah. We'll get them. We'll get them.
So that was She Sells Sanctuary by The Cult. That is dope, and I do remember hearing that song growing up. And that's one of the ones. I definitely love that one. Definitely love that one. So we did have a question from one of from I was gonna say one of our listeners, from G, the runner of the station. He wants to know, I guess, in hearing our conversation about music, what is your opinion on like music nowadays?
Well, what I think I said something a little earlier, that we get a lot of prepackaged music. And the suits have decided they're going to make this person have this song, this sound, this look, etc. That's okay, but underneath all of that, there's some great musicians that you don't hear about. They're not going to be the one that causes calamity in cities when they show up like a young lady does. I'm not going to call her name, but y'all know who she's talking about. She got folks who call them Swifties. But that's going to last only for a little while. And I think the challenge is having good quality music.
Absolutely.
And good musicians. And you begin to see that. Jazz, and to be sure, you got a lot of jazz musicians that are wonderful, a lot of, in all genres. But again, it's the economics, and that's the unfortunate thing, because you're trying to see the biggest record and so forth. But it's not really just that. It's, can the music last?
And I think that's the most important part.
Right.
I don't feel like a lot of music that is being made nowadays is going to last.
It won't.
And I think that's kind of like the unfortunate part, because it's like you have so many people that have the talent that they don't have the opportunity.
Exactly.
And I feel like like I said, and that's once again this is why I do what I do, because there are a lot of artists out there that genuinely that still make music for the love of making music. They genuinely enjoy what it is that they do.
Right.
And you can hear it you hear it in the product.
Right.
And I think that's the beauty of it. Like even working or during the lunchtime show. And shout out to G, shout out to Bra, shout out to Trilla. We've had a couple artists come through, and it's like you can tell that they genuinely love doing what they do.
Right.
It's like, and I feel like I'm also in that same boat, because it's like I'm not making millions of dollars doing this, but this is something I genuinely love doing, and that it comes across in music. That it comes across in what people do. Like even dealing with some of the bakers and stuff that we've had.
Okay.
It is you can taste the love in the food.
Right.
It's like it's a genuine. It's not, I'm just doing this just to make money. Like, yes, I want to make money in the process. Yes, I want to be able to thrive and be able to survive off of this. But there is a genuine love behind it.
It's called making your mark.
Yeah.
People have like you said earlier about the baker. When you put yourself into it, you're making your mark. Now, you don't know who you're feeding, you don't know any of that, but there's something that you will have done that will spark something in the person.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the challenge of music today. You got to make your mark. You're going to make your money. People going to make tons of money. I mean, that's wonderful. But I would rather hear a piece that survived 5, 10, 15, 25 years, rather than a song that's a throwaway.
Yep. Because there are some songs now that I listen to, or I've heard from maybe 15, 20 years ago, and it's very like cringe. It's like, did we really like this song? Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's what it was at the time. Yeah. But once again, I feel like there are very few songs, well, I won't say very few. It's not too many artists I kind of feel like that transcend like time periods. And I think like with hip hop in particular, that's going to take some time.
Right.
Because it is, of course, only 50 years old, but it's still a relatively new genre. But I do wonder, like, what artists, like 20 years from now, are still going to be, I guess, relevant. You know what I'm saying? Or because I feel like a certain artist, like I would still go to their concert, at 50 years old. But it's just kind of.
Well, let me say this to you: when you get to be 50 plus. certain things start to change. Like your tolerance for high pitches.
Yeah.
That changes.
I'm starting to get there now.
Yeah. That
I'm ready
changes.
to get in bed by 9:30. Like.
Yeah, there you go, 9:30. When it gets dark.
Right.
But the thing is that you're gonna see some artists survive.
Mm-hmm.
We still talk about the early rap.
Mm-hmm.
Sugar Hill Gang. That was, I was here for that. And when it's 50 years later, and was like, oh yeah. But see, I guess that's nostalgia for us.
Yeah. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Now, I will say, and I've said this on a couple other shows before, I think music nowadays is not necessarily bad. It's a lot of it is kind of trash, I will say that.
Right.
But it's not what we're used to.
Right.
But it's also, to a certain extent, it's an evolution in music. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I know it's stuff that you probably played as a kid that grandma and grandpa didn't really rock with like that. It may have been songs that, stuff that we listened to, growing up that y'all ain't really rock with like that. But understanding, I think it's kind of like understanding like the generational thing, because I can't, and this is the example I always use, like Kodak Black, who's a newer rapper. I can't expect to get Nas or Jay-Z from Kodak Black because it's not the same.
It's not the same thing.
It's still hip hop, it's still rap music, but it's a different generation. So it's like, yeah, he's not going to be, if I go into that thinking I'm going to get this, I'm going to be disappointed every time.
You will, and if I can just use rock as an example, the 1950s rock, when it first got started, it was real, I won't say clean, but it was like, it wasn't, well, you had Little Richard and a few others, and then Pat Boone took that and bleached it. That was in the beginning. But then in the 1960s, you had, again, the Beatles, Rolling Stones, etc. That changed. In the 70s, that changed. 80s, etc. So I think that the music is supposed to do that. But as you said a few moments ago, that it's important to understand what you like today may not be the same music you're going to like 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you've changed. And there's some things, you may become that get off my lawn guy.
Yeah, yep. Because it's like, and that's the thing, like, I try to keep, I guess, my ears as open as possible.
Right.
And there are some songs I'm just like, ugh, like, this is what y'all are listening to now? But it's like, I don't know how to feel about it, because it's like...
You don't like it anymore.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah, and I guess it's just kind of realizing I'm getting older.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because, there are some days where it's like, yeah, kids, get off my lawn. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I start sentences with, these kids nowadays. But it's I don't know, like I said, I understand to a certain extent, the music now. Like, and I think that's the beauty of, I kind of feel like of my generation. And when I say my generation, like, the 80s babies, essentially. Because we're kind of in the middle of a lot of things.
Right.
So it's like, I can understand... And I'm still, like, of course, young enough to kind of want to go party sometimes. So it's like I understand, like, the younger, to a certain extent,
right,
that party music where it's like, okay, let's go out to the club, let's turn up, whatever. But I'm also leaning more towards the either a lounge or, a nice little quiet setting, or I'm at home with my wife and, we're having a drink and, in my pajamas. Like, it's just, it's kind of like that weird in between kind of stage, but I feel like that's how our entire generation has been. Like, we kind of, it's a weird in between stage.
You had your time of hottie all the time. You had that time, and we did too. It wasn't that we were all angels growing up. We didn't stay at home, do our homework all the time.
But I think questions that gonna get you in trouble, so I'll leave that one alone.
No, I can tell you because again, we used to shut down places. I mean, that was, all night long, then. Now, the only thing I want to do all night is sleep.
Because I'm about to say, look, I know you went to college and you played, so I already know, what I'm saying? College had been wild.
And a few other things. But it's, the idea that you start changing. When I was growing up, Nat King Cole was old people music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, jazz was old people music. Now it's like, all right,
Right. That's what I want to hear right now.
And so you go through that point,
Mm.
and there's some things for your spirit you need some calmness.
Absolutely.
You know, you can't. It can't always be she sells sanctuary.
Right. You can't. Yeah. You can't have that turn up all the time.
Not all the time.
Even with the mentioning that, and I'm about to get a little personal for me on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when I did that radio interview in high school? So there was one of our neighbors, which I didn't know at the time, you know what I'm saying, was doing radio. Because it was actually my boss at Papa Romano's. He was like,
okay.
I have a friend who does radio.
Right.
You know, I want you to go talk to her, whatever. And it turned out to be like the lady who lived like 2 doors down from us.
Right.
But what he's saying, like not partying all the time, that was kind of what the debate was about music. And I'm like, you know, I'm more of the conscious, you know, like I like to kind of chill. And this dude was like, well, you know, why you listen to that boring music all the time? I'm like, bro, I can't turn up all the time. You can't party all the time.
Not
like,
all the time.
Party music is cool, but it's like I need something that's gonna chill me out for a minute. You know, like I need the vibe sometimes. You know.
And that's when you asked me about my artists. I mentioned Chevalier de Saint George. I grew up also watching Leonard Bernstein. There's a movie coming about him, but he was our father in the classical music, because every Sunday, well, a couple Sundays a month, CBS would present Leonard Bernstein.
Yep.
So we were all able to learn. There was a brother who just passed recently, Andre Watts, black concert pianist. He came to Virginia Union. He performed here in Richmond, and then he played. And so that gives you another piece. So when I get older, I can listen to Andre Watts more now.
And appreciate it more.
Because, you know, I can't turn up. I mean, I can turn up on Andre Watts, but I mean...
It's working at classical music. How does that work? Say, girl, you better shake it to that bop. Come on now.
I was trying to imagine...
Do a little something for Mozart.
I was trying to imagine that. Ooh, that's scary. But yeah. But you know, you start picking up things as you go along, and you fit them into your being. You need to tell folks who I am or what I do to learn, Jared. You can tell them who I am.
So Papa Bus is the pastor of a church, Sanctuary Fellowship Baptist Church in Detroit, Michigan. Shout out to everybody from Sanctuary listening right now. And I'm sorry, Grandma, if you heard any of the bad words that I said. But yeah.
Well, you know, and I think that's. I'm glad you and I asked you to say that, because I think most people think that we ought to just listen to one. I can't. Because I'm not a one-dimensional person.
Because you're a person. That's the thing. Like you are. I understand what it is that you do and what you're called to do, but you're a person at the same time. And I think that's what a lot of people miss, is that religious leaders are still people.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, and honestly, it would be kind of boring if all you were talking about was like church and stuff all the time.
I would be bored to death.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't, okay, well, it's like if every time I talk to you, it's going to be a sermon every time. Like, I wouldn't want to talk to you like that, because I want to be able to talk to you about other things. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, I think that's what people have to kind of realize. Like,
Yeah, Granddad was like that. You know, that we were able to talk about a lot of I'm the third generation. But we also learn to live.
Absolutely.
And again, for those who are wondering about my musical taste, that's not the top. That's just the tip of the iceberg.
Right, exactly, and that's the thing. You're just getting a little bit.
Yeah, you're just getting a little bit, because again, we're taught to see the world beyond what people expected of you, and because some folks would never have us doing anything. I'm like, no, I ain't thinking about you. You know, I want to we listen to blues. And on one occasion, somebody came by the house, the parsonage, and your aunts and I were dancing, having a great time. This lady talking about, she knocked on the door, and she said, "Oh, this is what y'all do in our house, in the parsonage." Your grandmama said, "Sunday, this is y'all house. This is my house now." And, you know, hurt that lady's feelings. Because
And
again,
she
we're
lucky that's
talking
all
about-
that got hurt was her feelings for real, knowing grandma.
she was fortunate. But the thing is that we were able to listen, to explore, not to say we had to live in this little box, because we are critical thinkers, and the definition of critical thinker for us is we see the box, we tear the box up, and then we build the box the way we want it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that was part of my musical growth,
Okay.
my journey as well.
I like that. So what I do want to do, since you mentioned jazz, I want to hit y'all with something real, and I haven't played this song yet. Shout out to Sax Appeal. This is this gentleman actually went to high school with me, graduated from DSA. Has toured with Charlie Wilson, Bruno Mars, a couple other cats. Has dropped a couple albums that are absolutely incredible. So I want to hit y'all with this joint. This is Don't Be Alarmed by Sax Appeal. Make sure y'all Google him, check him out, you know what I'm saying? Streaming on all platforms, all that other good shit. So make sure y'all check that out. But this is Don't Be Alarmed. Got you.
The other part of my journey, I just thought about it, was the Navy.
Hang on to it.
Okay.
Yep, hang on to it.
Okay.
Ain't trying to get cussed out.
Okay.
Okay, yep, oh, I don't want to do this. We're gonna hit a commercial after the song.
Okay.
And then come back. What song did you want to go next?
What do I got?
Let me see.
What I got left?
You still got, we did The Walls Come Down.
Jimi Hendrix.
Got
Oh, that's gonna be Jimi Hendrix.
Okay.
Oh, Jimmy. Yeah, when you talked about him earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Then he was in school with you. You got your.
Yeah, we graduated, same year.
Okay. Was Fred ahead of you or behind you?
He was ahead of me
Okay.
by a year, and then Mikey was a year behind me.
Okay. Okay.
But it's crazy because, so he knows he got off the stage.
Mhm.
He's there with Nicolay. Nicolay is a part of the reason why I'm doing these shows now. Because I had a chance to meet this dude in 2019. I'm yo, I understood, like I said, I know what it does for an art, for me, what does it do for an artist? That's why I wanted to start interviewing artists.
Right.
But yeah, he's just like in the crowd, like it's him, Nicolay, because I happen to see, like, when I say I was seeing everybody, I was seeing everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I just went up to him, I'm like, yo, bro, you did your thing, can I catch a picture real quick? So as we're taking a picture, I'm like, yeah, Sax Appeal, I went to school with him, you know what I'm saying? That's my man's, whatever. Like, with the whole, Detroit thing. I'm like, and it just kind of kept it moving. But it was, I knew in my mind before I left my house what was going to happen that day.
Okay.
I knew I was going to end up running into somebody. I didn't know who it was. So Sam J, who's a comedian, she has like specials on Netflix. Did a couple series on like HBO and a couple other joints. Mm-hmm. She was the host of the show. Mm-hmm. I ended up seeing her walking towards the food truck. I'm like, you know what? And I told, because Mike was with me, I'm like, you know what? I'm about to go get this picture real quick. I was not playing. Came back with the picture. I'm like, dog, I'm not playing around. So we kind of walk over to like closer to the stage, and Nicolay is like 6'4", 6'5", tall white dude from the Netherlands.
Okay.
Of course, it's a sea of black people.
Right.
So you got this tall white dude. And I'm like, yeah, that's Nicolay right there. And I got a picture with him in 2019.
Okay.
Ended up taking another one, and I posted like on Facebook. I'm like, yo, I appreciate you stopping to do this again. Mm-hmm. Posted both the pictures. Like, it was just kind of, I knew from jump something was gonna happen.
Well, that's me and David Byrne.
Okay, see, okay. All right, and we're gonna get. I'm gonna drop a commercial.
Okay.
And that was "Don't Be Alarmed" by Sax Appeal. So what we're gonna do, like we need to do at this time, let's go ahead and gas up this bus real quick. Premium petrol only. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick break, and we will be right back. This is the bus stop.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna go Hey Joe next.
You can't get everybody's coming to my house, can you?
That's what I was trying to find because I think it's too much like
The file too big.
it's too much like before the song starts in the video.
Oh yeah. I got you.
Yeah,
I
that's
got you.
kind of the only thing. And I don't know how
Yeah,
long.
yeah.
That's the. Damn, am I spelling it wrong? That's what it was.
And what is that next door? What's that next door?
Oh, I don't know. I just hope it's not picking up on the mic. That's really all it is.
So you open up what you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Welcome back, y'all. This is the bus stop. Still in the building with Papa Bus and myself, the bus driver. I hope y'all are enjoying this ride. Cause I'm like I said, I'm definitely having a good time, and this has been it's been a great show, like a great show so far. You know, like just kind of this musical diversity and just good music talk, man. Like I love this. Like it's been a really dope show, and I hope that y'all are enjoying it as much as I am right now. So, so we gonna hit y'all with the next drink. So, talk about this next song we got coming up. Yeah, we'll go. You can go ahead and introduce it and kind of give me why you wanted to pick this one.
I like this one. This is Jimi Hendrix, Hey Joe. And you would like this one, I think. I hope anyway. It's a cover.
Okay.
But he does his version. And he is one of the coolest guys I've ever seen. And one of the best. Now, he is the very best rock musician. And he is, for those who don't know, he is a brother from Seattle, Washington. Jimi Hendrix.
This is Hey Joe by
Hey
Jimi
Joe.
Hendrix. Hey Joe, where you going with it?
Oh, yeah. I want to put a little tail on that one. At the end of it,
What do you mean?
I was just making a comment about that song.
Okay, all right, I got you. I got you. Got you.
Raphael Sadiq.
Oh, actually, let's do that. stick with the rock theme a little bit.
Say what now?
I said I'm gonna kind of stick with the rock theme a little.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
I'm gonna go back here though sooner or later. That hiatus coyote is good though.
It's a bass.
Mm-hmm. I like bass lines that are simple but complex at the same time. It's like, you know, it's only a couple of notes, but it's the the way they do it.
When you get a chance, listen to "Back in the Saddle Again"
Mm.
by Aerosmith.
Okay.
That's a bad bass line.
And that was "Hey Joe" by Jimi Hendrix. I know you said you had something to add on onto this one.
That's one of the few songs I can play on the guitar.
Oh, so see, there we go. So look, you got the guitar. I'm gonna have to go ahead and tighten up on the bass. Get somebody on the drums.
That's one of the few.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and be the bus stop experience. You know, kind of rock something real quick. But that is man. That song being. I kind of feel like that's an iconic Jimi Hendrix. Like I didn't know it was covered for real. Like that's the only I only know Jimi Hendrix. You know what I'm saying? In doing that, but I mean, that once again kind of speaks to black rock musicians. You know, and like what they can do. You know, and the influence that they've had, not only on rock music, but on the world, man. Like it makes a huge difference.
His impact was tremendous.
Mm-hmm.
Even among rock musicians. He is, what they shoot for.
Yep.
And
legendary.
And, he did a collaboration with Buddy Miles and a few other people. Brother's Bad.
Absolutely. So shout out to if y'all haven't heard that before, you're welcome. If you heard it before, you're absolutely welcome.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to stick with this, I guess, rock theme a little bit. And since we are in VA, this is again one of my favorite groups. NERD. So with this particular song, the very first time I heard this song was in 2009 at VCU's homecoming concert.
Okay.
The very first time I heard this song, it was performed live.
Okay.
And to me, like it's nothing like hearing your favorite song performed live.
Yes, it is. Right.
But it's nothing like having your new favorite, like the very first time you hear it, like is live in concert. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely a different experience, and an amazing song. But NERD, from what I remember, I'm gonna say it like that. In Search of, which was their first album, that's one of the very first albums I remember going into the store and buying. I think it was a Sam Goody and God, I want to say like it was in Royal Oak. I want to say.
Oh wow.
I can't remember.
Back.
It was off of Woodward in Detroit.
Right.
I want to say like going towards Royal Oak, but I remember we walked in there, and NERD In Search Of. It was a couple songs I heard on the radio. I'm like, you know what? It's $10. I have $10 in my pocket. Let me go ahead and buy this and see what it is.
Right.
And it changed my perspective on a lot of things because they are more of a rock group than anything.
Mm-hmm.
So to have really I don't want to say a black rock group, but like
a black rock group.
Yeah, black rock group.
Black rock
you had Shane. Of course, Chad is Asian, but to have a non-white rock group, let's say that.
Okay.
And for them to kind of do what they did, it was amazing to me. So, I'll go ahead and hit y'all with this joint. This is Sooner or Later by NERD. And this was when Bernie Madoff went to jail.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of what the song was about, like
Him going to jail.
Yeah. I mean, like basically, people kind of doing shady stuff and everything, kind of coming to a crash. And it was 2009 because he was like, it's a new year, 2000, get your 9 right.
Right.
That's why I remember so specifically like what year that was.
Take Me to the River.
By
Talking Heads. It's it's to the river. Talking Heads.
It's over.
So that doesn't download the commercial. I like that.
And this album was
I hadn't heard it,
really
but I like
good.
it.
A really good album.
Yeah.
I bet.
Lenny Kravitz. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't wanna do that. It all comes crashing down.
Mm.
It's over. Baby.
Mm.
That's a photography studio next door.
Hmm?
That's a photography studio next door. It's a photo studio next door.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sooner or later, it all comes crashing down. Crashing down. Everyone's around.
Mm-mm.
I bet.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Now this is the song you heard.
Mm-hmm. It's over. Baby. All right, I'm gonna have to get in cult of personality before you go.
Oh yeah, definitely. You gonna do that one next, or
I mean, did you want to do Take Me to the River, or you want to do cult of personality?
let's do cult?
All right, gotcha.
Yeah, let's do the cult personality. So we got some time.
Mm-hmm.
Will we stay till 8?
I mean, if you want to,
I can.
you can do that.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
And Open Letter to, that's a good song too. Open Letter to the Landlord. Lonnie Liston Smith. All right.
And that's what I'm saying, because some of these songs are have been sampled.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they've been sampled in some of my favorite songs. So it's,
Okay.
I gotta have them on the list. I might play Sweet Hot Wind again.
Anybody do Parliament Funkadelic?
I know they have. I really need to go through to see who's done well, so I can make sure I got the songs.
Yeah, I had them at Union when I was at when I was there.
Okay.
One summer we had a concert at Hobie Field. Parliament Funkadelics. Commodores was supposed to perform, but it was too late. It was after 12.
Oh wow.
But yeah, they threw down a few other folks.
Let's
Mm.
and their albums are like this. Like
Mm-hmm.
almost every album that they put out is
It's like this.
yeah.
Okay. That's for real, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And that was Sooner or Later by NERD. Once again, like I said, that song was the first time I heard it was at the concert, and it's different.
Okay.
It's a different experience. I can definitely say that. I feel like that's only happened in recent memory, like one other time where it's like somebody debuted a song at a concert, or like my first time hearing it is at this concert. Yeah, it was amazing, man. Like that's one of those groups I don't feel like are necessarily talked about enough. Like Pharrell individually,
Right.
the Neptunes, as with him and Chad Hugo, like that's talked about a lot. But like NERD with the three of them, it's a different experience, man. Because
Right.
like it's I guess it's another one of those groups that kind of made me feel normal to a certain extent. Because it's like
Okay.
it's not the
Okay.
typical black thing to do, being in a rock band and talk
Right,
about these
right,
things. So
right.
it's kind of like it's another one of those groups that kind of made me feel more comfortable in my skin, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Because it's like of course, growing up playing ice hockey, me talking about some of the stuff that I would talk about, with my peers. They used to think I was a little weird, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's stuff that I guess kids my age didn't necessarily talk about. So it's kind of like, like I said, it's just another one of those groups, another one of those situations where it's like, I'm not the only black person like this. Like, although I already know
Right.
that, like, it's not just, my family that's, what I'm saying? It's
Right.
people outside of us that kind of are into these things and,
Right.
stuff like that. So it's like, this, like I said, it's another one of those groups, one of those songs that kind of, like, yeah, like, I'm not, I'm not too far off from,
I'm okay.
from everything,
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
That's the challenge. I
Mhm.
think, for a lot of people, their little box they like to live in.
mm-hmm.
And we're not a box liver.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Not a
not.
box.
Because, I mean, when you live in a box and you kind of stay in that box, it's so much of the world outside of that box that you're missing,
Right.
and that's one
Right.
thing I have discovered. Of course, growing up, but I feel like especially these last couple of years, is that this is so much out here to do, and if at all possible, if they're like barring any extreme situation, like I want to see everything that I can see,
Mhm.
and whether that's concerts or food or going to a museum or whatever. Like that's one thing I try to see something different. Like
Yeah.
even if it's something in the city that I haven't seen, I still want let me go see something that I haven't seen before. Let me go learn something new.
Right.
Because like even what was it this past summer, went to North Carolina for pretty much a day,
Okay.
but went to the museum and had some good food. So it's kind of like in those like that type of situation, a lot of people, oh, we just went to North Carolina just to go to a museum. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I learned something while I was there, and then I ended up going to a food hall and I had some amazing food. So it's like experiences like that. It makes a difference, man, and I really hope more people kind of get those.
If I can say, Richmond is a rich area
Absolutely.
of a lot of things. I'm in Detroit, and when we come to this part of the world, especially going to D.C. area,
Mhm.
you got a lot of things in Richmond. It's just phenomenal.
Yep, absolutely.
Again, besides the food,
Mhm.
the museums and
There's
few
a lot
other
of
things.
historical value, a lot of
Yeah.
artistic value,
Yeah.
and yeah, like I said, it's a thriving city. It's definitely growing. Yeah, man, it's pretty dope to be here and to kind of see the progress.
Right.
Like I think that's really kind of the big thing for me. So, and it's only going to get bigger. It's only going to get better. We just gotta make sure that we all coming together to make that happen. But
And one thing, don't lose the flavor.
absolutely, and I think
Don't
that's
lose the
kind of
flavor.
been.
Don't lose the flavor.
And once again, I mean, people know, I'm not from down here, but I am a little bit selfish about Richmond, and I think that's always kind of been in the back of my mind is when I drive through the city, I'm looking at all these murals and everything, kind of in these random places. I want to be able to see that all the time. I think that's one thing that kind of it adds to like the charm of the city.
Right.
It's like that there are artists here, there are creative people here. It's one of those places where you can express yourself
Right.
and nobody's going to necessarily judge you. And it's like I don't want to lose that. And I really hope. I want the city to grow. I want things to develop. But that's one thing I hope that stays kind of at the core is the creativity. Creativity. I feel like I'm saying that weird. The creativity.
Yeah.
And like the artistry that's here.
That's going to be the thing. With all of the, and again, we're dealing with it back in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Just hoping that there's an element of the city
Still there.
that's not run out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Richmond has a charm that I like.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy coming here to, not just to see you guys, but just to be in the atmosphere.
Yeah, and it's I mean it's a vibe, man. Like especially when it's warm. Like I said, it's always something to do somewhere. And part of it, I would say sometimes it's like kind of knowing the right people, or knowing people who are kind of out and about. But it's always something going on, whether it's an open mic or poetry slam, or just if you just want to catch a quick lounge real quick, or a comedy show or whatever.
Right.
There's always something going on here to where you kind of want to be out and you want to be in these environments. Even with the museum, like the museum, most of them are free. So it's like just kind of going, like, if you need something to do, go to the museum for for a couple hours. Just kind of chill out, learn something.
Since you mentioned it, can I say something? That Virginia Museum is absolutely awesome.
Oh yeah, the VMFA, absolutely.
Absolutely. I saw the Fabergé eggs.
Okay.
And no, those are not eggs you scramble.
So
but
that means that you saw Rumors of War then.
Say again?
Rumors of War, the statue that's out front.
Yeah. Yep.
And it was a black guy that designed that, and to see something like that in front of a museum, like that statue, the dude has on Air Force Ones, which is incredibly dope to me.
Yeah.
But it's just like that to not only honor what was going on during the time, because of course this is during the riots and all of that.
Right.
But it's a permanent fixture in front of a fine arts museum.
Right.
And the man got Air Force Ones. Like, that is really, like, it's just like, for me, it's little things like that where it's like, yo, not necessarily saying that we need validation. Because I don't necessarily think that's the case, but it's like, yo, like, we've been out here doing it, and it's finally being recognized that we out here doing it.
Right. Not validation, but recognition.
Exactly. Yep, there we go. And that's really what it is. That's really what it is.
Yeah. So
that's incredibly dope. And I'm glad, you're enjoying your time here, man.
Oh,
That's always a good thing. And I guess I have to say, I'm glad you're having a good time in my city. Because I've been here so long. Like,
I was here first.
So yeah, but what we're gonna do? If you want to introduce this one real, actually,
this song here,
because I gave y'all a little bit of history on this group too. So if y'all remember it, but yeah, go ahead, Pop.
This song here is listed in the African American Museum in Washington D.C. Dealing with the Afrofuture exhibit. It is one of the most powerful pieces I've heard in a long time, and it's appropriate for the time right now. The name of this group is called Living Color.
And this is Cult of Personality. All right, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick.
Mm-hmm. Any comments after this? After this song?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Let me see.
One. And set you free. Any more questions they got?
Huh?
Any more questions they got?
Not
No?
right off hand.
Not really. Okay.
And that was Culture Personality by Living Color. And I hope, like I said, if y'all been paying attention the last couple of weeks, I definitely talked about Living Color. I believe that was last week before. So it kind of is. I knew it was gonna come back around. So once again, that was Culture Personality by Living Color. Good choice on that one. Like I definitely like that. That's another good one.
Well,
Definitely
thank you. You know I'm political.
another good one.
So when I heard, now again, this is out of the late '80s, and right now
It's still relevant.
we know what it looks like. We
Mhm.
really know what it looks like. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, let me see. I think I had a song in mind, but I might do something different. But actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna go ahead and rock with this one. So, I know that y'all know. Once again, if y'all been listening, been tuning in, I am a huge fan of the foreign exchange. So I feel like I'm kind of like G right now. You know what I'm saying? Once again, playing the foreign exchange, a little brother, like he is for New Edition and Bell Biv DeVoe and all of them. So I'm gonna hit y'all with this joint. This is actually, from what I understand, this was a remake of a Stevie Wonder song. So this is "If She Breaks Your Heart," and they did their own thing with it. And it's a very very fly song, and I know y'all going it's one of my favorites. So y'all check this out. This is "If She Breaks Your Heart" by the Foreign Exchange.
You could do. Do you think you want to do Richard Havens?
Yep, I got you.
You want? I mean, that's up to you.
to be. There was no time, space, or reason special to us.
Here, this stuff on the side. That
Oh yeah.
that's now.
Well, they sent that earlier. I didn't even see that show up. I'm glad you caught that.
We may
Yeah, that was earlier. Yeah.
we may have to keep Papa Bus down and
And then you see how he did the flyer, like over in the corner.
get out of here. Get out of here. Papa Bus. That's all right.
There was a time forever. It's commonplace for me. Yeah. Sorry and sad, mistaken. But I guess the rain sky turned into a milk bird. She breaks your heart, popping. La 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 la. To do the things I used to do. Lead you on your way.
You keep Papa Bus down here for a little while, huh? That would be fine for a minute. I thought about the answer. She wouldn't mind living down this way.
It's not bad being here, man. Like, I love it's convenient. That's really what it is. Like,
Yeah.
an hour, 2 hours in any direction, you kind of somewhere you want to be.
Right.
Whether you're in the capital, you're in the mountains, you're on the beach. Like, and I like living close to water too. Like, I feel like I gotta be close to some body of water.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause like when I was in Decatur, it was cool, but like I needed to be close to like a
There's no
river or
water.
something. Yeah, like it was nothing over there, and I felt that, you know.
I think when Lawrence comes, we gotta get him up here. He's by himself, and it ain't good for him.
Love is cause like that's it. That's yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll talk.
Love is gone with yesterday. Love is gone with. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and do that before I get out of here too. That's a couple songs I'm gonna have to play before I get out of here.
Okay. Let me see.
And that was If She Breaks Your Heart by the Foreign Exchange. Once again, I hope y'all enjoyed that one. If y'all are on the live feeds, I'm always in here grooving, man, and that's one thing I enjoy so much about the show is get like I said, getting to share like the music that I love with y'all, and y'all can see I'm not just playing it just to play it. Like these are songs that I genuinely love. So y'all go ahead and rock with that one. I hope y'all did. If not, then that's on y'all because that was a vibe right there. Definitely a vibe. So.
All right.
So yeah, we're gonna hit you with. I guess you wanna. Did you wanna go ahead and introduce this one, or
Okay. Yeah. I
can you
can
give me a
do
little
this
background
one.
on this one?
This song, I'm sure that you've heard on the
No,
NCIS
CSI.
franchise. It's by the original is by a group called The Who, and it's a song that I again picked up years ago. I love the group again, but I'll be honest with you, I didn't understand the words until this brother sang it. And so this is Richie Havens. He was a black folk singer who performed at Woodstock in '69. He did a lot of covers and a lot of original stuff. And he was really a great guy who did great music. And again, this song is one that I want you to listen to the words real carefully. Because again, I sing this one every election season. It's called Won't Get Fooled Again by Richie Havens.
Oh, loving it. That's what it was. Okay.
You got Otis Redding?
What song?
Try a little tenderness. Down at the bottom. You miss
Oh,
it.
oh, oh! I do have it on there. I know why I did that too.
Huh?
I said I know why I did that one too. Actually, we can go ahead. We can go that way. I can do that
Okay.
too.
Hmm.
And that was Won't Get Fooled Again by Richie Havens. So we're going to, actually, we need to take a quick commercial break. So I'm going to go ahead. Once again, let's gas this bus up real quick. For this final stretch, you're about to head back to the station. So, you already know, premium petrol only. We're going to go ahead and take this break real quick and be right back. This is The Bus Stop.
That's good. That's good.
Sitting.
That's good. Where we're going. I got what, Otis, and I got one more, right? One more song.
Yeah.
I think that was Talking Heads, the last one. No, two. Let the Baby Begin. Well, whatever you want to do.
You said, which ones did you want to do? You did Won't Get Fooled Again.
We got Otis Redding coming up next.
Uh,
Yeah, because I don't think we got that one. And the last one, yeah.
oh, at the day begin?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can do Otis. Yeah, we can do Otis. That'll be my last one, I guess, like today.
All right, and we are back. Once again, I appreciate y'all riding with us, being passengers on this good bus trip. Still here with Papa Bus. Dad, thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Like I definitely appreciate it. This has been, once again, this has been a really dope show. This has been one of my favorites, to be honest. Cause like I said, I don't feel like too many people get the chance to do something like this. So you know,
Right.
it's really cool for me. So we're gonna hit y'all with another song. This is Papa Bus's choice on this one. So this is. Do you want to introduce this one?
Otis Redding, Try a Little Tenderness, the original.
Actually, if I could do something in between this one, I'm gonna get you on that.
Hmm?
I said I'm gonna play the Let the Day Begin, but I do want to play a song in between there.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
You gotta sign the wall, and I want to take a picture before you go.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And if y'all listen to my show, y'all already know what's coming next. This is Otis, Jay-Z, Kanye West.
Hmm. Okay.
Hmm.
I hadn't heard this one.
Really?
Uh-uh.
Oh, wow.
You know, his mama went to Union.
Uh-huh. Yes, Delta.
She was the year or so ahead of me.
Huh. Hmm.
Okay.
I love that. Oh my God, that makes me so happy.
What's that?
So I didn't know, and we back, y'all. This is the bus stop. Your host, bus driver, still here with Papa Bus. I didn't know you hadn't heard that song before.
I had not heard, not Kanye's version.
And that's the thing. So, like I said, seeing your reaction, like that's
Yeah.
that made me so happy. That made me. So I hope y'all caught that on the live feed, man. Like that was really dope. That was really dope. So yeah, like I said, we are kind of getting towards the end of the show. Definitely gonna get these last couple songs, man. So with this next one coming up, this is another one of your choices. Give me a little background on this one. This is going back to the call again. But yeah, give me a little bit of background on this one.
Well, this song, again, heard in the 80s, but we just rediscovered it about 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
And MTV, of course, you know. But this song is actually a prayer. I thought the group was a Canadian group at first, because it had that sound, but it was an American group out of L.A.
Okay.
But the song, the brother talks about life. And my wife, Annette, gets excited. This is her favorite song.
Okay.
Favorite car song.
Shout out to Mama Ann.
And we play it in the morning.
Okay.
And, you know, like I say, the name of the song is Let the Day Begin. So we play it, you know, as we're getting up, getting ready, going. And everybody's covered in the process. But it's a great song. And so, like I said, it's part of the rock repertoire that we have.
All right.
Because, again, great songs come in all genres. And
Absolutely.
so, again, hopefully you can get a chance to listen to this. Michael Bean was a writer, and again, it's called "Let the Day Begin."
All right, here we go. This is the call. Let the day begin. Hmm.
Hmm.
I have a minute 30 to figure it out. Ooh, yep. Hmm. I'll play it how they're going before And that was "Let the Day Begin" by The Call. That was a good call on that one.
Oh yeah,
Definitely a good call on that one. Like I like that. I
Yeah.
definitely like that.
That there was a DJ that used to start his show off like that every morning.
Okay.
Great song, and it covers everybody.
And that's the thing. Like I love songs like that. Like especially like like the something that you can hear every day.
Mhm.
And you feel good hearing it,
Right,
like
right.
that's one thing I love a good wake up song, and that's one thing I try to, even with like alarms and stuff like that, try to make it be a song that I want to hear in the morning. Like so, it's like you kind of wake up in a good mood.
That's my ringtone on my phone.
Oh, see, there you go. There you go.
And I'll just share this with you. Ann does not. She's not a fan of rock,
Mm.
but she loves this song.
See,
Yeah,
and
so-
that's what I like seeing that though. It's like you might not necessarily be a fan of this genre or or this artist or whatever, but
Right.
if something like that, there may be a song in there that you love.
Right.
And
Right.
that's I love that. I love that those musical experiences and connections like that. You know, like I think that's always dope.
Yeah.
Always dope. And speaking of musical connections, shout out to Mrs. Bus. Um, she's put me on a couple different artists.
Hmm.
And this is one of them. I played one of their songs. I want to say last week before. It's a group from New Orleans,
Okay.
Tanking the Bangers. And I had the chance to see them in Richmond over the summer. And when I say it was an amazing performance, it was amazing, like top to bottom. It's high
Yeah.
energy. And one thing I've been fortunate enough to have happen, at least the last couple years, a majority of the concerts that I've gone to, I've been able to hear the songs that I want to hear performed
Right.
live.
Right.
And to me, like so with Taking the Bangers, like it's like all the songs that I wanted to hear that I know
Right.
very well. I got to hear those performed, and it was amazing. It was amazing. So once again, if y'all have not heard this group before, you're welcome. If you've heard them before, you're welcome. This is Taking the Bangers with the song Ants.
Um, you gonna do Talking Heads?
Oh, you can do that.
Okay. I guess that'll be my swan song.
That's Take Me to the River,
And
right?
and then I want to say a couple things. Ooh, God, my glasses are dirty. Couple things about that.
Okay.
Like you said, you met your heroes.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
Where did my ex go?
What time you usually wrap up?
Around 7:50. Like 7:50, 7:55. Like I start doing, like kind of winding down in.
Mm-hmm.
I let the last song play out, and then once I cut off the live, and it goes into the next show.
Okay. Okay. Living with a different
Different
world.
road. Yep. Where do the ends go? Do they run away? Leave me alone now. Why can't I make you stay? Leave me alone now. Why can't I make you stay?
Mm.
Where do the ends go? Do they run away? Leave me alone. stay in these arms.
What's that?
uh, uh, he said me tearing up is a foregone conclusion. He said he's taking bets on how long I'm gonna last before I sign off. He said 3 minutes and 47 seconds.
That's all right. That's what we do in our family.
Yeah, man. Like this, I don't know. This is something different. This is
This is cool.
Yeah, this is real cool.
Yep.
This is real cool. And that was Ants by Tank and the Bangers. And apparently people are taking bets on if I'm gonna end up crying again before the end of the show.
You'll be alright. That's what we do.
But that's cool though. That's cool. Like I said, man, this has been a great show, a great experience, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, not too many people I feel like get the opportunity to kind of do stuff like this. So to pick their parents' brain on their musical taste and kind of honestly getting a better feel. Like, it's not like I don't know who you are, but you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I feel like, music is a huge reflection of personality. So,
right.
Kind of to get, to see that side of you, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been really, really dope. So, thank you once again for that.
My pleasure.
Yes, sir. All right, so we got a couple more songs. I want you to introduce this one. Kind of give me a little bit of background on this one.
This song was originally done by Al Green,
Really?
and I liked it. And this is the first song that introduced me to Talking Heads.
Okay.
I listened to this again many, many years ago. And in fact, I started listening to Talking Heads when I was in the service, in the Navy.
Okay.
And so I would listen to them during my particular cruises when I was in the Mediterranean. Them and a few other people. And so I got an opportunity to buy their albums, did all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And your aunt, Cheryl, was able to record the official video of Everybody's Coming to My House.
Yep. Okay.
And if you've not seen it, folks, you need to see it. It's nice. It's
Okay.
nice.
Check that out on YouTube. I know what's on there.
Say again?
I said make sure that you're going to check that out on YouTube.
Yeah, definitely check it out on YouTube. And so had an opportunity to meet David Byrne in Detroit when he did the American Utopia tour. And I was truly impressed. Really quiet guy. I mean, just cool. Well, from that particular meeting, I got a chance to write a liner notes for an album.
That's really dope.
The name of the album is Time Is Now.
Okay.
Done by the record company. But to meet, like you said, to meet your hero. And I've been following his music forever. Was really a great opportunity. And this song, if you've not heard Talking Heads, and I'm sure you have somewhere, you ought to pick up this one. This is the first one. And they have a great movie called Stop Making Sense.
Okay.
If you've not seen it, it is a concert concert movie. And it is Talking Heads for real.
Okay.
So again, if you've not heard them, check them out. This is my introduction to Talking Heads. A lot of their music, but at this time, just want to get out the way and let you hear him and take you to the river.
Take me to the river. Talking Heads. And that was Take Me to the River by the Talking Heads. Um, Once again, another excellent choice there. Definitely like that.
Thank you.
Definitely like that. So yeah, man. Like I said, I mean, we are kind of winding down a little bit here. Let me see. What do I want to do? Social medias. There we go. So I know you're. I was about to say something rude. I know older people don't be on social media like that.
Who's gonna be on social media like that?
That's right, because you be sending me the TikToks at 4:00 in the morning.
That's right, the 4:00 in the morning TikTok guy.
So where can people follow you to get more of your musical insight and insight in general?
I am on Facebook. Facebook is Keith Linnaeus Whitney, as I discovered there are a whole lot of Keith Whitneys. But it's Keith Linnaeus Whitney, and I am on Facebook. And we don't talk about music or get turned on to some stuff. I can do that for you, because again, I'm always listening to various kinds of music. But as you probably can tell, I like rock. I'm a big time rock fan. In fact, I told my folks that too. I love rock. But we could. That's where I am, and then I am on Instagram as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, y'all make sure, like I said, if y'all want some suggestions on on what to listen to, yeah, man, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all are tuning in, following, liking, subscribing to everything that we got going on. It's a lot of good stuff coming up on this network. A lot of good shows coming up. Make sure y'all check us out in the morning with lunchtime with myself, Trilla, Raw, and G Money. We got the I'm drawing a blank right now. Oh my god. Of course, Booming Sisters on Saturday, Kendi's Divine Connection on Sunday. The Lunchtime Drive with DJ Rockwell. Make sure y'all check all these shows out. Real Voices with Gary Hughes. Make sure y'all checking out the Wake and Bake show with DJ G Wiz. I feel of course Autonomous Vibes, because I don't want Raw to beat me up. Autonomous Vibes on every Friday, 5:55, hosted by Raw Diamond Danny. I think I got everybody's shows. I'm pretty sure G would tell me if I didn't. But yeah, like I said, once again, I definitely appreciate y'all tuning in, checking out this show. It's been a great ride. Definitely been a great ride.
Yeah.
I definitely appreciate y'all riding with me. Pop, I appreciate you taking this journey on the bus.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Really
What I'm saying? It's been a time. And I still got a few more minutes. So I don't know who has what in the pool right now, but I'm good. So and whoever wins that betting pool, y'all need to break me off something. But yeah, so I'm actually hit y'all with a couple more drinks. Let me see, where do I want to go? Yep, we're gonna go ahead and do this one. So, like I said, this is I like to do hear the original songs that have been sampled. And if you all know me, I love Little Brother. So this is One Night Affair by the Stylistics. And I'm trying to see what time looking like. I may play the whole song, I might not, but y'all will see how Knife did with the sample, man. So y'all check this out. This is One Night Affair by the Stylistics.
Okay, yeah, we're down to it. I was gonna say, if you got one more, you could do Fishbone. If you don't have time though.
Yeah, I do. I want to.
No, go do that. Do that. This your show, man. This your show.
I don't think I'm gonna end up playing this whole train.
Cause you done the 55.
Yeah, about that time.
Yeah. It's been fun.
Absolutely.
It's been fun. This is what I wanted to do for a living at one time.
And I know y'all heard that real quick. I don't have a lot of time, but I had to get this joint in. So I went from One Night Affair by the Stylistics to Loving It by Little Brother. This is the bus stop. I am the bus driver. I appreciate y'all ride with me. I will see y'all next week. Oh, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, aka Bus Driver. Peace. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and play a couple more songs and let it ride out. I think I'm just gonna end up playing probably one more song. It's kind of like, cause you said you wanted to hear.
Anything? Do we have Fishbone?
Yeah.
You did Everyday Sunshine already?
Yep. I play Everyday Sunshine and Sunday, Saturday.
Understand? Oh, you can't.
I mean, I can play them again.
You can play. Yeah, you can. You can play Master Man when you get a chance.
Okay.
I ain't got nothing to do with that now.
All right, I might have to find that one. Which one did you want?
Everyday Sunshine.
Coach doing your breath for me. I got a team of mine will respect my standards. And when I'm on the mic, you should respect the greatest. So
Man, my glasses are. What happened? Yeah, man, this has been fun.
Absolutely.
Really fun. Anybody want the pool?
Nah.
Yeah, I told Sanctuary about this. I said, I'm going to be on. Be with you. I really appreciate this, man.
Absolutely. I appreciate you coming. I definitely. This has been.
It's been good.
Yeah, it's been fun. This has definitely been a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I gotta make sure I shower out. I definitely missed one. Just gotta. So I'm coming back real quick, y'all. So I don't get cussed out. We also have the EPs playlist. I wish G would have texted me today because again I'm drawing a blank. But shout out to the EP. And her show is incredibly dope. So make sure y'all check that out as well. Shout out to everybody who tunes in every week. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to the homie E. Shout out to Mrs. Bus. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in. Shout out to the homie Sherman, Detroit. Any and everybody who's tuning into the show and anything that we're doing on this network. We definitely appreciate y'all. And thank you. I don't know who placed the bet, but I'm thinking all of y'all lost, so whatever y'all put in on that pot, y'all can just go ahead and get that to me. I'm going to hit y'all with one last joint. We're going to slide out of here. And this is a request by Papa Bus. This is Everyday Sunshine by Fishbone. This is the bus stop. Excuse me. Ain't no has been. This is and will be the bus stop. I am your host, the bus driver. Y'all have a beautiful night.
Oh, man. Where you get your haircut? Where you get your haircut?
I haven't been to a barber.
Okay.
I went to the barber shop when I got married.
That was it?
That was the last time I've been to the barber shop. And honestly, that experience in itself was cool. Like I went back like a couple years ago
To the barber.
to the barber, and I'm like, I mean, I didn't get a haircut, but I'm like, yo, I hope you understand like how pivotal you were to my entire wedding day. Like that was. Because I was like, I was nervous at first, I'm sitting there talking to him because it was him and his wife owned the shop.
Mm-hmm.
So, kind of getting a little bit of advice from them, like
Right.
it was a whole experience, man. Like, well, I'm like, it was really dope. It was very, very.
You went to Whitlow, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. I've never gotten like a straight razor.
He's still there.
Okay.
He's
Because that's what I need.
He just celebrated 60 years.
Oh wow.
And I still go. What's up?
Alright, first of all, hold on, I don't mean to cut y'all off. I don't mean to cut y'all off. Cut the last stuff.
Alright. Alright, so I can go ahead and oh wait, if you want to listen to the rest of the song.
Cut the last stuff.